Kol Halo, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ruach Kodash. Let the elders that rule well be counted worthy of double honor, especially they who labor in the word and doctrine. To the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting. All right, so we have some tech news, man. An army of robots and 0 human workers will build a dam in China. And we know China, their biblical name and nationality is Moab. China is using artificial intelligence to effectively turn a dam project on the Tibetan Plateau into the world's largest 3D printer, according to scientists involved in the project. The 180-meter high Yangqiu hydropower plant will be built slice by slice using unmanned excavators, trucks, bulldozers, pavers, and rollers, all controlled by AI, in the same additive manufacturing process used in 3D printing. Now, here we go with them being prideful, saying when completed in 2024, which we don't have until, the Yangqiu Dam will send nearly 5 billion kilowatt hours of electricity each year from the upper reaches of the Yellow River to Henan, the cradle of Chinese civilization and home to 100 million people. All right, now that's the meat and potatoes. This just basically goes into more detail about, oh, here we go. AI, based on knowledge, information, and data, is a new tool that will shape our future. And we know that the ultimate form of AI intelligence is basically taking a so-called human being and merging him with machine. Essentially, him becoming artificial intelligence. Because if you're not worshiping Yahweh Bashem Yashai in truth and sincerity, you're artificial. And artificial, we know, means fake. So basically, you have fake intelligence. And we know that the elect of Yasharallah are the only ones that are not going to take this chip, which is the mark of the beast pertaining to Revelation chapter 13. All right, so let's get this script. So this is Jeremiah chapter 48, verse 29, or in the English, Jeremiah 48 and 29. We have heard the pride of Moab, and we know that biblically, if you look at the land, where the land is located, and you go into the history, that's why the elder apostles of Great Millstone, starting with Elder Apostle Tahar, he talks about, in order to understand the mystery of the Bible, essentially, is what he's saying. In order to understand the mystery, you have to understand the history, right? Knowing where land masses were, knowing where individuals migrated after certain events, you have to be a global historian, which makes sense because we're Israel. We're supposed to know all this shit. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, jumping back to Jeremiah 48, verse 29, we have heard the pride of Moab. He is exceeding proud. So in brackets, it goes into further detail just to show you. Now, let's look at a modern day Moabite, okay? We know that the movies portray it, and if you've met Moabites, actually, they're literally like robots. There's nothing inspiring about them. They literally are designed to be the perfect servant. But because of their pride, as well as Esau enabling them, they've really reached a high point in pride where now they're saying that they're going to have these extremely ambitious projects. All right. Now, Could this be just them flexing? It could be, right? Them saying that it's going to be done in 2024, 2 years from now. I mean, we really don't really have 2 years with what's going on with Russia, America, globally, prophetically wise. It's so hot in the stove that, like, goddamn, whole house might catch on fire. So jumping back to the scripture, he is exceeding proud, his loftiness and his arrogancy and his pride and the haughtiness of his heart. And we know heart means lob, so of their mind. And so instead of looking at an individual Moabite, look at them as a nation. As a nation, this is them to a T, arrogant and prideful. Yet they're running around trying to be like Esau with the blonde hair and the plastic surgery. All right? They really have no identity. They try to follow Jake, but you can't follow Jake if you're not a Jake. You know what I mean? When's the last time someone wanted to be like a Moabite? And yeah, you want to pull Bruce Lee out your ass. Well, Bruce Lee is an Israelite. How about that? All right, so this is Yeremiah 48 and 42. And let's get their final judgment from the ultimate judge, Yahweh Shai, using his vessel, Yeremiah. All right, and Moab shall be destroyed from being a people, because he hath magnified himself against the Lord Yahweh Shai. Now, this is a contextual scripture, but what is the ultimate prophecy for Moab? They're not going to be utterly destroyed, as in there will be no longer the nation of Moab, because they're a servile nation designed to be servants for the nation of Israel. They're going to be destroyed, as in their whole way of structure, all their bullshit history that they have, and all that way of life, the Great Reset, all that shit is going to be totally destroyed, and they're going to go into their proper, true design, which is to be servants. The ultimate wash pot, man. All right, so with that, I hope y'all were edified. Shalom.